Well, as we move on, it's not often you come across a good Samaritan these days. That's exactly what banker Joe Tomarchio is. He rushed to the aid of 70-year-old Molly Robinson as she tripped on a busy Sydney intersection. Now, Molly hit her head very hard. I tell you, if it wasn't for Joe, it could have been really terrible. She could have really been seriously injured. To tell us more, Molly's daughter, Kelly Robinson-Hicks, and also the man of the moment, Joe Tomarchio. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Joe.
Hi, good morning.
OK, just paint the scene. You're at a crossing, walking across. What happened?
I guess the morning started off weird. I actually got off at a train station that I normally don't. Ended up walking on my way to work. As I crossed the main intersection, sort of looking, people towards me were looking over my shoulder as they were walking, and I just kind of felt a sense of people looking at something, you know, over my shoulder. So I turned back, looked back, and at that moment saw Mrs. Robinson on the floor, and automatically I just ran directly down to her aid, just asked her how she was doing. I then turned up and there was some workmen just doing some construction work there, and I yelled out to them and I said, you know, ambulance, I think are going to be a while. If you can go and get your first aid people from the construction site, that'll be great. And, you know, to help this lady. At that point in time, you know, a fair bit of confusion around. I went and grabbed her hand and just put my other hand on her head and told her, everything's fine, relax, you'll be fine. Another gentleman, I recall, coming up towards my side and yelled out, let's move her, because there's quite a bit of traffic that was piling up around the road. At that point, I said, I don't want to move her. She could have serious neck injuries. She could have severe back injury. Let's just leave her here and we'll wait till we get some more aid. At that point in time, Mrs. Robinson sort of said to me, please get my phone and give a call to my daughter. I've got her name in there under ice. At that point, I, you know, went through a bag, grabbed her phone, which was an iPhone, and I guess for me that was probably a panic moment for me, because I'm not, I work in technology, but I thought an iPhone, I don't know how to use this, and at that point I turned around yelling out to people, can someone please get this phone ready for me to dial the number? So we got the phone ready. At that point I called Kelly.
And when you get this phone call, where were you?
I was on a bus about a minute away, travelling on Elizabeth Street, when I got the call thinking it was Mum, but it was Joe.
So I just quietly said,
Kelly,
like, it's Joe, I'm here with your Mum. She just collapsed, she's fine. At that point in time, fire brigade sirens were going off, and I said, Kelly, that's not for your mother, don't panic. She's definitely fine, I've got her here. Looking after her, and Kelly, thankfully, again, was nearby in a bus.
And then, of course, you got there. How is she today?
She's very black and blue and sore, but, I mean, it just looks so awful seeing her in the middle of the road when I arrived.
I think the story that's touched everyone on this is that the photograph I first saw in the newspaper was you on the ground comforting this woman. Everybody's just walking past. Is that how it was?
That's how it felt at that point in time.
Were you surprised? I mean,
I was surprised.
As you go through this, you know, 24 hours, 48 hours later, what does that say about human nature? Why is the city so busy that we've lost heart?
I think everyone's just got their own lives and sorting their own problems out.
Do you think it's the litigious nature of world now? Kelly, what's your view?
I think people don't want to get involved. But what Joe did, it wasn't about medical help. He was compassionate and he cared for someone that was lying in the middle of the road, distressed and injured. And it's not about moving someone or, you know, trying to help them medically. It's just having a heart and looking out for people and not minding being late for work. And he was laying on the ground with Mum holding her hand when I got there.
And you got a nice suit. Yeah. And what's more, Joe, you're a banker. You've got heart.
Yes. I mean, for me, I guess it was quite overwhelming and it's quite funny in a sense that Mrs. Robinson is a manager of a team as well, and she's like, Joe, you must go to work, you must get to work.
Oh,
and
really?
To me, I said, you know, you're more important at this point in time. I'm sure my manager's going to understand that I'm going to turn up to work late. And I then, you know, once the whole scene was over, it was all rather overwhelming. But speaking to Kelly and her mum that evening, it was just quite touching for them to make the comment that her mum felt, you know, safe once she held my hand and she knew everything was all right once I was holding her.
I'm so pleased you could come and share this, because there are people in Australia, many, who would do as you did, but clearly there's not enough of us. And we need to say it's okay. It's a good thing. Don't be scared, because I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Will you give your mum the very, very best for us? And listen, thank you very much, Kelly, for coming in. And Joe, well done. It's a terrific thing, and we want to spread that around. It's important.
Kerri-Anne, can I just quickly add, there were other people that come around to the scene to assist, and big thanks have to go to the ambulance, the fire brigade and police, just like they are now at Lennox Head. Like, they're definitely the heroes that are out there and making sure that we're all safe every day. This was just, you know, an occasion for me.
Well said, Joe Tomarchio. Thank you. Kelly, thank you. Good morning.